Getting her hair all did.
That's right.
What's up?
My 16-year-old gussied me up.
Are we live?
Hi, everybody.
Yo, yo.
We'll keep you company while you're listening,
Hey,
Tim.
hey.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes
There he
again.
goes.
He hasn't got the monster signs out yet, though.
They keep falling.
Oh.
What's up, Joey?
He had them up all last week.
My man Joey, what it do?
Joey, I was tuning in for a little while with Emily, but then I had to go because my 16-year-old demanded that I had to get ready. So, I mean,
get your face on.
When the 16-year-old speaks, you listen.
That's right.
Anyways, we're letting people filter in, but I hope everybody's doing okay today and having a good week. My sales are insane, like it's crazy. But I saw some other videos though that look like people's sales aren't doing good. So it seems like it's either one way or the other. It doesn't seem like there's any in the middle going on right now. Not that I've seen anyways.
It seems like there's certain categories that are selling well. Like I think I've heard a lot of people say, and it's been my experience, that clothing is just not moving right now.
No, so I sold 2 shirts yesterday and a hat, and then I sold 2 more shirts today. And I hate selling clothes, and I don't even have that many clothes. But just the last 3 days, and I saw other people saying that too. It's like maybe because some people are getting the stimulus, like clothes are starting to kind of go a little bit better.
Well,
I'm not sure.
I think tomorrow
man, people gotta get dressed up to go hang out in their backyards, man. That's what they gotta do. You know, parties in the backyards.
Right. All right. So we got 30 people in here, guys.
Nice.
So I will go ahead. I will introduce myself. We just been chit-chatting. I wanted to let people kind of file in. I am Kat, the Nurse Slipper. I am assuming most of you probably know me since this is on my channel. If you don't, hello, welcome. Thank you for coming. And I am gonna go ahead and let everybody else introduce themselves, and I'll let Dale go first. She is our special guest tonight, and guys, this is like monumental. She is the first female guest that I've had on my show since we started.
Are you serious?
Yes,
you are the first girl to be on with me. So
2 versus 2.
all right, so I'll let Dale introduce herself
She
first.
gets a plaque.
That's right. Someday I'll be so famous because of this. So yes, I'm Dale, DLJ from PA, meaning Pennsylvania. And I've only been reselling and YouTubing since February 1st. I decided to kick both off at the same time. And so I'm definitely part-time. I do work full-time at a credit union doing marketing. So I am working from home for them. So I'm still working full-time at the credit union and then doing this little side hustle. So thank you so much for having me, Kat. I really appreciate it. And by the way, when I'm looking like this, like I'm staring off into space, I'm watching the chat. So please don't feel offended or like I'm not paying any attention when I'm going like that because I'm looking at the chat on another screen.
I do that as well.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
So you'll see me looking down because my laptop's in front of me. And I'm streaming from my phone, which is above me. So I do the same thing. So that's okay.
And can you see my Commonwealth?
Oh, there it is.
Yep. My fleet enemy is behind me.
I do. I have my new toucan. Oh, wrong arm. Toucan fan back there from Troy, Mount Manchester sent me that. So
okay.
What's
I
up,
saw
everybody?
the video where you said you weren't getting rid of it, but I didn't know what the story was.
Real quick, I'm Chris. I am Flip with Chris. That's my YouTube channel, my Instagram handle as well. I see a lot of new people in the chat tonight, so that's good. Thank y'all for coming.
Yeah.
And I appreciate DLJ for being here tonight. So now we have 2 versus 2 here. We got 2 males, 2 females, so it's gonna be good.
That's right. We're evenly balanced here.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's like Brady Bunch, kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So, but thanks for being here. Yeah, this is great.
Am I up? Is it me?
Yeah, it's your turn, right. Calvin.
So, thanks everyone for coming to our live and checking us out. My name is Calvin. YouTube channel, The Kelly Hustle. Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, The Kelly Hustle. Again, been reselling now for a little over a year, and you know, always looking to learn new things, and hopefully I can help some people out while I'm going through my journey. So thanks, you know, DLJ for coming out and joining us. Appreciate you. So hopefully we have some fun tonight again, and let's get it going.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys have any questions, pop them in the chat. If I miss them, if somebody else sees them and I don't with my slow internet, please tell me. And yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about sales. Mine are still going amazing. We were talking about it when we first started. I'm hitting almost $500 a day, which is double my average. It's more where I want to be. And I would like to think that it will stay there. But I don't know if it will. Hopefully, that's my goal. So I saw a couple of videos the past few days that people's sales are extremely low. So what have you three been doing as far as sales?
I've been a little above average. But again, I think I don't know. I've sold like over the weekend and the last 2 days about 20 hats. Jeez. I don't know why people want hats right now during a quarantine.
We can't get those haircuts, bro.
Casual, yeah.
That's what I do. I sell hats. I don't know, but I do still selling a lot of like baseball, basketball cards, stuff like that too as well. So it's really weird. I mean, I wouldn't expect this to be the time for those things to be being purchased, but I mean, I'm getting those sales and I can't complain about it. So I'm a little above average right now, which I'm good with. I'm usually around about a 4 to 5 a day, but I'm hitting around 7 or 8. So I'm good with that. But
nice.
Yeah,
There's a question for you, Chris, too.
It is not vintage. This is 2000. This is 2019. This is one of their last concerts shirts.
As far as my sales go, I'm pretty consistent right now. About 4 or 5 a day. Today I'm actually having a really good day. I'm like pushing $300. I just got one as we started this, but I'm about 8 sales a day. I got one waiting for a payment, but it's all about that listing, man. I've probably for the past 3 weeks consistently, Monday through Sunday, I've been listing 5 a day. It's scary though, because my death pile is running low. So trying to maintain it, and keep up getting little things here and there. It's helpful, but man, I gotta come across some big like loads of inventory soon. If I keep at this rate.
So do you have good online sourcing sources that you're using, or do you typically go to thrifts?
Yeah, so I mean, I think right now everyone is venturing off into online. So I did a couple auctions yesterday on iBid. I ended up getting outbidded, but I was kind of happy because the place that I bid on the stuff, it was like 2.5 hours away, one way. So I was like, probably best I didn't win those. But in my last video, whoever's seen it, one of my local thrift stores, they said, heck, man, we still need to make money and get business going. So they created a temporary online website through Squarespace. So I was able to snag some stuff up off of there, and you meet them at the back door, they hand it to you, and you're good to go. So
I did see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, you picked up some good stuff in that one, man.
And I sold those shoes already for my asking price, full asking price. So I'm already in the money.
One?
Yeah, the BMW one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So quick.
Very nice. So yeah, I'm happy if I'm doing 1 sale a day on average through a week. So yeah, when I do my Monday morning coffee talks, if I'm like 7 sales, woohoo, like that's a good week for me. But today I had 4 sales. So today was an awesome day. And not only that, they were fast sales. So there was only one thing that I had listed for a while. It was an old HP Stream 7 tablet. So that just sold. But then the other things, I listed a puzzle yesterday that sold today. And then this morning I listed some of the Nintendo 3DS games that I have, and they sold within hours. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've been selling like your old phones and stuff too, right?
Right. Yeah, like the stuff that we had unfortunately, the things that we had laying around the house, I'm doing better with than things that I intentionally go buy to try to resell.
Yeah.
So my kids are going to get scared soon. They're going to think I'm going to stick a price tag on them.
I think Mini Mimi, do you measure clothes and add it to the listing, or just pop a measuring tape with photos? I am going to go against everything that everyone else will tell you. I do not measure clothes at all.
It's such a pain. It's so time consuming.
Yeah. So I look at it as this. Most people that are shopping online for a certain brand know what size they wear of that brand. If they don't already have it and they want measurements, they will send me a message. And then I will measure it. I don't refuse to measure it. But when I'm listing, and that's how I have my listing so high, I want to streamline the process. I want it to be as fast as possible. And I don't measure the clothes. And I sell clothes on Poshmark. I sell clothes on eBay, and they still sell. And I only get 1 or 2 questions a month that ask me for measurements. And I only get 1 or 2 returns a month too, out of a lot. So I don't measure at all.
Yeah, same here. Because the only time I do any kind of clothes is right now if it's outerwear and stuff like that, and it's usually a brand that if they're buying it like Carhartt or something like that, it's something they've already worn before and they already know sizing on it. A lot of like Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger stuff. I don't do that kind of thing. But now if it's a one-off shoot that's something different, then I'll do a tape measure picture. And if I don't, then I'll say in the description, if you have any questions, let me know and I'll do it for you. But otherwise, a lot of things I sell is probably, this is not their first time buying that item. So if they wear a large normally, they know it's going to fit. So kind of base it off that.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't do measurements. I've noticed, so I don't do too many clothing items. I try to stick to like just t-shirts, vintage t-shirts, crew necks and stuff like that. I have noticed in the past though, when I first started, and I have a few things still listed from when I first started that are women's clothing, they will ask for measurements for the most part. So just keep that in mind. If it's just a standard t-shirt, you're probably good without having measurements. There has been a time or two where I'm already packed that stuff in a poly bag and
that's when
sealed it. And someone asked for a measurement. I'm just like, damn, I gotta
you're like
put it in a whole new poly. Like, damn, it's a t-shirt. Like, you know your size.
Right. I know. I hate that. So that's what I got burned like a couple times. I had already packaged something and like stuck it in the inventory, and then I got asked. So I did start doing some measuring tape on stuff and taking pictures with that, but it is time consuming. And then I was like, now all of a sudden I hate listing clothes. And I think it's because of the extra time that I was taking. So I don't know. And I saw that Nana Tink said something about the puzzles, that her puzzles weren't selling. And
my puzzles aren't selling either. I only sold 1 of 6.
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. Mine that have been selling
sell like every day for like $100 a piece or something like that.
I know, right? And mine are open. They're not sealed. They're open. And I'm listing them for like way more than I should honestly get for them. And they're selling. I don't like the one today I had listed for $45. That's ridiculous. But somebody offered me $30 and I was like, should I take it? Yeah, I should take it. It's a freaking open box puzzle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. So, Richard, I know if you set them up and do them in line layout measure, it'll be easy, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to put the time into it. I don't like clothes enough to do that.
Yeah. No, I saw somebody.
I don't sell many like I sell new QVC clothes, and I do like they give like the listing of the measurements, and I will import that picture into like one of my listing pictures for that brand.
Oh, like the sizing guide.
That has measurements.
I saw somebody that said that they had, like a piece of glass over their desk, like a nice old desk with a glass thing on top, and they put a measuring tape underneath the glass. So it's just like always there. And then they just lay the item on that.
Oh,
and then
photographed
kind of
on the
takes away
desk.
the time
That's a good idea.
consuming part a little bit, which I thought was a good idea, but I'm not doing that.
Gina wants to know everyone's process for listing, taking photos, and research. I research a lot of times, and I'm trying to, like, if I source something and I research it and find the listing on eBay and find the price it sells for, I'm trying to do sell similar right then, so it's in my drafts, so I don't have to look it up again. But I'm horrible and I always forget it, so I end up looking stuff up twice. So I would recommend, if you're looking it up while you're sourcing online or in the store and you use sell similar, do sell similar, and I put my price in right then so I know what I plan on charging for, and then I don't have to look it up again. So I do all my photos on my phone, and I use Photo Fuse for everything. So I use a white background, black occasionally for some white items, and China. And my listing is totally random because I have a 20-month-old and he doesn't allow me to do much. So lately I've been doing a lot of pictures, like pictures. Kevin at Commonwealth Picker / Flipper actually gave me the idea. Like, I take with the jewelry lately, I'll take a picture of the bag with the item number on it after I took pictures of the piece. So then if I'm in the bedroom or if I'm at work, I can see what inventory custom SKU to put it in when I'm listing it. And I know all of those are under 4 ounces, so it's really easy. But the baby, I can take a bunch of pictures, and then I can, when I'm laying down with him to put him to sleep or laying down with him, I can list stuff. And then when I go to work, I have photos so I can list them as well. So that's kind of it for me.
Same for me as well. I do a lot of, I do everything from my iPhone 8. That's all I do. All my pictures. I do all my listing. I don't know how to even list on a computer. That'd be crazy for me. But do a lot of research, a lot of YouTube research. Bottom line, that's it. And then do a lot of eBay app, going through sold completed items to research as well, if it's a category I'm not used to. And then taking photos. I'll batch a lot of photos, and then keep them in my. I just, as the working full time in my job, I'm a part-time reseller. I have to have these things batched because I don't know during my day when I have some downtime, I can, put a listing up. I try to do at least 2 a day, but during this shelter in place, I've been hitting about 5 or 6 a day. So I batch a whole bunch of pictures beforehand, and then as my day opens up, then I can do it on, when needed. But that's how I kind of do it. I mean, that's just the way it is for me. And being part-time, that's just how I have to do that. So
I was going to let you go, Calvin.
Oh, yeah. So pretty much I work everything off my phone. So, I try to have as many pictures as I can. Now that I'm doing it full time, I don't have to have a bunch of pictures uploaded like Chris, but I definitely know what you're talking about, because that's, it comes in handy when you get some downtime or whatever, get a quick break. You could always get a listing up. But yeah, I kind of, again, I set everything up in 5. So I have what I'm going to list. I take photos and just get everything listed from my phone. The only thing I don't do on my phone is print. So I actually do go onto the computer and print out my labels from the computer. As far as research goes, yeah, I mean, eBay app, I don't have any extra, apps or Terapeak or any of that stuff. eBay app, looking up sold comps, and then if for some reason you can't find something on eBay, type it in the Google search as well, because then a lot of times it'll pop up, and it'll pop up actually eBay links. So Google's always going to be your
better sometimes, I feel like, on Google than it does using the eBay search.
For sure. Yeah, there's one-off items that you'll find on Google. So Google's your friend. I mean,
oh yeah, I always say,
use it.
My friend Mr. Google, he knows everything.
That's Google University right there.
That's right. Yep. So yeah, I haven't been very good about listing, and it's funny because I usually, I have like, the white setup to take my pictures and have the white background on everything. But now the puzzles and the games, I decided I'm just going to put them on we have nice hardwood floors in our upstairs. And I was like, this is what I can do right now. I can take them right now. So I just laid them on the floor, took the pictures, got them up, and they're the things that have been selling fast. So maybe people actually like my hardwood floors better than the white background. I don't know. It's weird. I'm a lot like Chris, that I, because of working full time, then I just, if I'm going to get pictures taken, I'm going to get a lot of pictures taken all at once and make the most of that time that I'm set up to take pictures. And then I list as I can.
So Jacob is Midwest Bargains. Have any of us tried selling on Grilled, especially Chris? So Tim kicks butt. Tim over the years kicks butt on Grilled. I think I have like 10 or 15 things up. I got an offer on one. I accepted, the people never paid, and I've had no more movement from Grailed since. So I've had no completed sales on Grailed, but I have not cross-posted very many things onto there.
I don't even know Grailed. Like, do they is it specialized in certain items? So like, I know Tim.
Men's. It's men's clothing and hats and stuff.
So Tim, I know, does a lot of glass stuff, but is he selling other items on Grailed?
Yeah, he's doing men's clothes. Tim finds some cool vintage shirts and like different things. Mostly shirts, I think I've saw.
So when I was first getting started, it seemed like a lot of reseller YouTube videos were suggesting that denim would be like a good place to start. So I picked up like all this denim, and I think I've sold like 2 pieces of denim. I don't know what the deal is, but that was another area where I got burned because somebody asked, like, are these hemmed? And I was like, well, no, why would they be hemmed? And then I'm like, son of a gun, like, yeah, they're supposed to be 31s and they're 29. So I'm like, my bad, I guess they are hemmed. So that would have been terrible if I had sold that and then probably been facing a return because I didn't list it correctly.
Yeah, I stay away from a lot of certain clothing, especially women's stuff. Again, they want their measurements from my experience.
Such a pain in the neck.
But to answer,
Calvin, do you sell on Grailed? You're just doing eBay only, right?
I'm eBay only, but today I did just make my Mercari account because I'm trying to streamline. Like, I know I want to get on Posh, and I haven't done any research on it, and I got Kat. I know, I could ask you as many questions as I need, but it feels like there's a lot of work involved right now to get really booming on Poshmark. So I signed up Mercari because not only do I feel like I get a sense that it's a little bit easier to just get stuff listed, but man, they've been pushing their ads heavy on YouTube right now.
You are correct.
So I'm like, you know what? There's going to be a lot of awareness to Mercari, so I'm gonna give Mercari a try.
I hadn't even thought of that, but you're right. I forget. It's the 3 people. Like I usually can like say their names because I see the ad all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Mercari a try, and then Grill too. I mean, I don't have a lot of hats, but I do have some hats that I know they're pretty sick hats, and if I give them some more options to sell, I think they might do good on something like Grill though. So I'm definitely trying to look at my other options and kind of venture off of eBay. And I'm pretty comfortable with eBay now. So
I brought a hat so that I could feel like one of the guys too.
Hey, there we go.
Now you're making me feel like I don't have a hat except that crazy like orange thing that doesn't fit my head.
Hey, Chris, me and my buddy went because he actually randomly texted me. He was like, "Hey, man," because he's a full-time reseller, and he's like, "I got like 50 hats. Do you have any more boxes?" Because we used to get our boxes from Verizon because we both worked at Verizon. Right. So we had perfect size boxes for hats. He was like, I'm out. And they're closed down right now. We still know people there that we can get boxes from. So I was like, hey, my buddy said, go to eBay, type in 8x8x8. So we ordered 100 of them. So we split the cost. Like we're going to split the cost on it.
Yeah. That's a good deal. I mean, they're very sturdy. Plus, they're just a little bit less than some of the ones as far as weight, which could be a very big plus when it comes to shipping it.
Oh yeah.
on your
Yeah,
end.
as long as they still go out first class, you know, most hats.
Right.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
with
mine
that.
max is 11 ounces.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
But I haven't
Yeah.
done anything. I haven't done anything with Grail. I'm strictly eBay, but I'm gonna look into it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just having just time just to sit down and research something like that. So I'll look into it for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's there's the things I like about Poshmark, which I've done a video about this, but I love that like it is super easy to list. They take care of the shipping, so you don't even have to worry about it. They literally, as soon as an item sells, they send you a shipping label, and as long as it's under 5 pounds, you're done. And the buyer pays shipping unless you decide to offer the discount. And the only bad thing is like on the buying side, if you're buying an item that you know is lightweight and should ship for less, you're still paying the $7.11 on an item. So that's where those light items are going to be better on eBay because you can take advantage of the fact that it's going to ship for less. So, but still, yeah, and then like I like having a sense of control over on Poshmark that with sharing and trying to, you know, like all the sharing and you can comment on things and comment people. So that seems good. Where I feel like sometimes on eBay, you like throw it out there and then you're kind of left to the grease of eBay to get your item sold, you know, aside from promoted listings. But
Eddie, the Tampa Bay Bucks cowboy hat sold. I don't have it to wear it. It's sold.
I know, that's so awesome.
That girl frilly, that one right there by Kermit is like so small it would be like this on my head. Like it won't fit. I tried, but it won't fit. Richard wants to know, how long would you spend researching an item? I'll let you guys go first. I'll answer.
I mean, it really depends
on how much it's going to sell for, right?
Kind of, like yeah. I mean, some items are quick. I think a high percentage of items are going to be quick and easy, but there are going to be those one-off items that you can find little on. There's not any comps. I mean, so for things like that, yeah, you're going to take a little bit more time to research on it. But I think from my experience, I mean, most items, you know, you find comps pretty easily, so you don't really have to spend too much time on the research. But there's those one-off items, you know, you take a little more time, you know, because you can't find anything on it. So for me, you know, maybe a minute, 2 minutes, if that. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I think I probably start to get impatient if it gets to like 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I got to move on.
Yeah. What I usually do, and I always give this example, is like, because I wanted to learn more about men's ties and things like that, was go into the eBay app and go into the completed sold items and then filter it to where it only shows over $35 ties that sold. That way I can get a list of name brands that to look for in my Goodwill.
Yeah.
That way I just got a running list. And I just keep it in my head. When I'm looking, I know these brands are ones that are over $35. And if I'm getting them for $1 or $2, then I'm golden. I don't take a whole bunch of time looking at all of them, but I'm going to learn the ones that are going to give the most money. So that's how I kind of run it. So
tell us, what are the tie brands that sell for more money?
Donald Trump. That's it.
Trump.
Oh.
I saw there's a few, $25.
There's a few other ones, but Donald Trump, Brooks Brothers, anything like, I mean, there's some really nice ones. Like if you've watched who we just had on the show, a lot of Josh a lot, he sells. I mean, he finds some really nice ones. But anything like
Versace, he's found like the really high end brands,
right? Like anything 100% silk. If you look for that,
so I found 41 ties at the Goodwill bins. So, you know, they weigh like nothing. So I was like, woo, like racking up all the ties, and I have them listed. Haven't sold a single one. And there were a lot of 100%
I have a bunch. Silk. I was watching Rockstar Flipper, his tie thing, like when he was buying everybody's ties. I don't know if you guys watched that. And I was like, oh, I'm going to start selling ties because they're $1. No, can't sell ties. I still have them all except the Harley tie, which sold. Gina, I don't know what Vinted app is. I've never heard of that. Has anybody else heard of that one?
No, I haven't. So yeah, but when you said Brooks Brothers, I think that is the only tie that I've gotten even likes on over on Poshmark. So I was like, huh.
Yeah, I mean, even if you find a nice brand name that would, it's also, I mean, it's very dependent on the style as well. That's one of the other things I've learned about the ties, but it's, but it's just, that's an example of, if I want to learn a certain category or someone, that's how I would go about it, to make sure that I'm looking for the biggest bang for my buck when out looking, or outsourcing.
I don't want to get totally hung up on ties, but I'm going to share a link to this one tie that I thought, like, I don't know, it's just like, it's so prestigious looking. And again, it's just sitting. So here we go. I'll try to pop it up. Okay. Yeah, that worked.
Nice.
So Dav Stiggs, and he reached out to me on Instagram this week. He's kind of new. So I told him to come in the lives to try and, get to know everybody. That's how I feel like you build your channel and your sense of community. So thank you for coming. The lamps, I will tell you if they went okay once they reached the Virgin Islands. I don't know how long that will take. That is where they went. And he also asked, I saw it down here, my internet is horrible, guys. So like I'm clicking on things and they click on something else. He also wanted to know best sale the last 30 days. I think mine was the Fozzie that was with the Kermit and Miss Piggy. I'd like $17, $18. Yeah, $18 into $195.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, for me, I was selling old iPhones because we upgraded to iPhone 11s. So we were on 6S before that. So, those, obviously they were just sitting around doing nothing for us, and they've sold for like $70, $80.
Nice.
For me, it's not really one, but I mean, I've had with NBA out, and I'm selling a lot of basketball cards right now, and it's a lot of them. It's one player, it's Trae Young for the Hawks, but I've sold 9 of his PSA 10 rookie cards for anywhere from $135 to $180. I've sold nine of the 10, and I'm holding one back just in case, but I just feel that I could get a better price later on if everything goes kaput for this whole season. So I'm not really worried about it, but I'm only in for like $50 a piece on those anyway. So
nice. Did you already have knowledge of sports card collections before you started selling them? Like, were you already all into it?
So I kind of got the reselling bug when I was little, because my dad actually would, as a hobby, we would do baseball cards growing up and stuff like that. And that was during the time where it was really booming. And then it went like down, like completely off the map for a while until recently. So, but it was just like we would do baseball card shows and stuff like that. So I always kind of knew the market and things, how, where to find them, wholesale and stuff like that. And then, we would do that on Saturdays, something me and my dad did, and it was fun. So I've always kind of known.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your best home run? Is that the current question? What is your best home run sale?
Yes, that is the current question.
Sorry, no, I'm like in the chat as well, so I'm trying to manage both. Last 30 days, sheesh. I mean, it might have been today. I mean, I just sold a Wii. Came with the box, all the original pieces. Came with the Wii Sport game, which adds value to it.
Mm-hmm.
Sold that for $159.
So, oh no, did we lose Kat?
Yeah.
You didn't lose me. I'm hiding at the moment.
Okay.
Because Joey was making fun of the top of my head.
Joey, come on.
What's up, Dave? Tesla Picker.
Dave, what's good, bro?
I'm gonna put the
OBX. So I haven't watched this video
in the building.
So OBX flipped a $50 into $2,500 on a Pokemon card box. I saw the title of that video. I'm not missing Richard. I'm here, but I'm invisible. I saw the title of that video. I haven't watched it. I have to watch that video tomorrow.
Yeah, there's money in Pokemon. A lot of money. Just gotta know what to look for.
If only my kids had been into that. I probably would have gotten rid of it by now, though, because I'm thinking like we had so much Barbie stuff, Kat, when you posted about like putting the accessories in bags. like, oh my God, I threw away or like gave away so much of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell the story about that Barbie stuff.
Please.
So I haven't been buying pallets for a few months, and I might go back. I jumped my sourcing like strategies and how I source, but I got a pallet that had Barbie houses on it, like just two, but they were like $150 Barbie houses, but they had like pieces missing. So I was like, well, let me look this up and see. So like the railing from that house was like $20. The grass from like the yard in the house was like $15. You saw the plates and the cups sold for $10. So I was like, well, shoot, I can sell the part and make more than I would for the house. So
it's like
I
a car.
Right, on liquidation.com. And I haven't even looked on there in honestly about 5 months, but on liquidation.com, they had a pallet of nothing but Barbie houses. My husband thought I was insane. I got like 10 of the giant Barbie houses. So I went through and made as many complete as I could, sold them for $150 a piece. And then all of the leftover pieces, except like the main big base piece, I didn't want to keep those. But everything else I listed, and I am almost sold out. And I mean, it all sold for $10 to $30. It's crazy.
So that is everybody's yard sale and garage sale. Watch out for those things.
Hey, Kat, did you see that question?
Which one? I see one.
Okay, when do you consider? Okay, not that one. There's another one. Let me see.
I'm not getting my hat too, but that's a really good idea. I have hats, but they're out in my eBay shed, which isn't close. I will go ahead. I'm going to answer this one really quick, and you guys can answer too. I'm scrolling, Calvin. If you see a time and you can find it, tell me. I don't ever consider an item dead. I think the oldest item in my store was listed in February last year, and then the next one was actually listed in May. So I don't have very many over a year. And just the last 2 weeks, I have sold multiple items that were listed very close to a year. So I'm constantly listing. If I had a smaller store, I would probably look through my inventory and pull dead inventory or mark it down. But because my store is so big and I have so much going on, I don't have time. So my stuff will sit there until it sells.
Callie, he's not bored. He's looking at the chat on a different screen. There we go. We got Calvin's eyes again.
Is this
Somebody said I'm bored.
Yeah, somebody said you look bored.
Oh no. Nah, see, I'm trying to keep up with the chat.
Yeah, he's multitasking.
Everybody else answer when an item is dead to them.
Well, I'm so new to reselling that I really can't answer that. I mean, I feel like my items that I first listed, and you're talking it's been 2.5 months. And I feel like those items that I first listed are already like dead to me. But obviously they're not. So I really can't answer that. I'm too new.
I mean, for me, I mean, again, my situation, again, I don't have a large storage, place to put all this stuff. So if it's been in my store right now, I'm running a sale. If anything over 120 days, I'm trying to get it moved out. So whether I break even or I'm good, I just have a lot of stuff coming in from auctions I've won, and I need to move some stuff out of the way. Otherwise, I'm going to have to look for another house. So
yeah,
that's probably not going to happen anytime soon where the market is. So I mean,
And do you guys all have eBay like actual stores? Like right now, I'm a little seller.
Yeah, I'm right above basic. Like I'm the $20 a month starter. Whatever, I don't know, but that's what I've got. 250 listings.
I have a little above starter.
Yeah,
you got a lot above starter.
Yeah, a little.
You're way above starter.
I have the premium store, so I pay $59 a month. It only covers 1,000 listings, and I have 1,500. But it hasn't I haven't been charged for them because of the rollover thing, so I haven't even had to pay insertion fees yet for them.
Yeah, I haven't really considered anything dead. I'll go in every once in a while and kind of adjust prices or revise a little bit of the listing. But I mean, if it's in my store, it's in my store. I'm not going to take it out, so there's, I just consider some of those either one-off items where they're, they were kind of long tail anyways, and you knew that when you're buying them,
Right.
Or, from the beginning, you either listed some stuff that was around your house, or you just made a bad buy because you're just learning this stuff. So again, I don't really consider anything dead, but I'll try to revise things when I see something that's noticeable. But a lot of the stuff that's like been in my store that would I guess you would want to consider dead, it's not big money items anyways. So if I run a sale on it and it goes. So
right.
I guess you kind of get, the more stuff you start to buy, I mean, you're kind of more concerned about the stuff that you are recently listing, because that's all. I mean, again, that's your cash flow. That's your current cash flow. So that's what's more important right now.
Is this the question that you saw that I missed, or was there another one?
Yeah, no, that's it. That's actually my buddy Jeff.
Okay.
What's up, bro? Yeah, what's up, bro?
Oh, that's so the one you told me from San Diego earlier.
Yeah, but he actually so we can answer that question after this one, but I don't know if you want to go ahead and answer this one too.
The one that's up now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeff says, what are your thoughts of resellers selling to other resellers, meaning you can see it has potential for profits, but not something up your alley or area of expertise? So like for me, and I thought about doing it with the jewelry because I buy so much, I might lot it into like smaller lots for smaller resellers, like 10-piece lots at just a little over my cost. So I make a little, but not much, but I know that they would be able to at least double or triple their money. And I would love, I know some resellers have hookups with storage auction buyers. I would love to find a storage auction buyer that just wanted to like move bulk stuff fast, and I could go and like get stuff from them because they just want to flip their money fast, and I'm listing individual. So I think it's awesome. I know, and I haven't seen them in chat tonight, but Flippin' Flamingos was doing like kind of that, where they're doing big lots of reseller stuff to their viewers. So I think that it's awesome, especially I have a friend that I trade with. She sells in person and I sell online, and we trade stuff all the time because stuff that won't sell in person sells great online and vice versa. Some stuff I can't move, but she sells great at her house. So I think it's awesome, like just helping each other.
Yeah. I know for me, I just got, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
I actually just kind of have a situation like that. So I just shipped out a bunch of old cassette tapes, and I have a bunch more to go.
Get it out.
And I'm not trying to sit there and individually list them and try to get every penny out of it. So I just bulk them up, put them in a lot. And the person who bought them, he sent me an offer. I had to list them. I had them listed for a few months, and he sent me an offer. And every time someone sends me an offer, I look at their feedback. And if I see they have a lot of feedback, sometime I'll go into their store just to see. And he was a seller, and all he was selling was cassette tapes. So I knew that he was getting them off of me, and he was willing to take the time to sell them individually. Yeah. Whereas me, I'm like, hell, if I'd have sold them for $8, $5, I would have still made a profit, because I still got a lot more left. And I think I got probably like 40 of them for like $5. So I'm like, take this and run. So yeah, there's times where you may not want to put in the work, and there's another reseller that could put in the work. Yeah, you give them a deal.
I'm trying to think. Did everybody answer? Oh no, Dale, you have to answer. I got rid of the questions so everybody could see our names, because what happens is I end up clicking on questions the whole show, and then people can't see who's who. So I'm trying to take it back off so people can see that.
Good point. Yeah, I was just going to say, I know that Mogi Beth is a big Poshmark seller, and she is doing a giveaway of 6 different boxes that have like 10 to 12 items each in them. And then she's also going to be selling some mystery boxes where she's putting like, 10 to 12 quality, like Nordstrom brand, new with tags, items that she probably got off of some, I don't know if it's B&G trading, or I think she's more of a higher volume. So she can probably afford to do that right now. So she's kind of sharing the wealth, which is awesome.
It's a good way to
And
get
then-
rid. Yep.
Yep.
Callie Picker wanted to know something that we would never pick up to resell.
Beanie Babies.
Hey, I have
got-
Beanie Babies.
I got some listed in my store, but I got burned with those when I first started. I was like, "Ooh,
Oh,
this thing's going for $1,000."
oh yeah,
swore.
gorgeous said LuLaRoe, definitely. Like I see LuLaRoe and I'm like, oh please, girl, no. I'm not buying LuLaRoe.
For me, it's any kind of women's clothing, unless it's some sort of jacket or something like that.
Yeah, these guys are like, I am not selling women's clothing.
Mm-mm. Now
I don't like selling women's clothes. The only women's clothing I have are all the new QVC stuff. All the rest of my stuff, like you saw, like my older, like I like vintage, like men's t-shirts and jackets, and like I don't like the women's clothing either.
Now I sell a lot of Harley, like a lot of Harley Davidson women's stuff. That's about it.
Yeah. Yep. Harley. I mean, Harley in general is pretty solid, but yeah, Harley women's stuff, I've sold a decent amount of it.
Well, and
I
jeans
was
is what?
that I don't want to do clothing, and then I go to the store and I'm like drawn to it like a magnet, and I can't help but look through it. And then I come home with stuff, and I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
It's mainly like the ThreadUp warehouse that's near me. We got there the Friday before everything shut down, and they, I guess, knew that things were going south. So they had their bins that are normally $3 a pound down to $1 a pound. And I had my 18-year-old daughter with me, and we were just like we picked up so many items, and I still haven't listed them.
That's how I am at the bins. Like at the bins, my cart is like keeping. I've only been 3 times, but when I go, it's like a mound. Like it's overflowing out of the buggy, and it's not clothes though. I like linens and blankets and throws. And like that's what I find at the bins. I'll get like a couple clothing things, but I like blankets, which are big. So like in the bins near me, so I went to the bins down in Orlando, and it's cool there. You just push your cart on, and they already know like how much the carts weigh.
Right.
And,
yeah, it was near me.
But so the one closest to me does not have that. They have little scales.
Yep,
and I like have this giant buggy full of stuff. And they have a 20 by 20 scale, and I'm like,
we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, and it did take a minute.
Not going anywhere for a while.
Lisa, I've been to those bins once. Lisa told me to stay out of her bins. Lisa, a couple of pickers lives near me. I've been once, and I might go once a month if that. You got to know I'm too busy. I'm sourcing everything online.
Yeah. I feel like the bins that are near me. So Taco Stacks. Do you guys ever watch him? Is it Taco Stacks, right? That does like mostly the like trash and metal stuff. But he's about 2 hours north of me, and he did a trip down to my bins that are right near me, and was like, "Oh, I hear these are like the best bins in the area." And I was like, "My bins suck." So like I went an hour west towards Harrisburg, the capital of Pennsylvania, and those bins were awesome. And they had the cart weighing system, like you said, Kat. But the one near me has the little teeny tiny scale that they're like, okay, stack it on here.
And they separate it all. Like they're like, this is linens, and this is clothes, and this is baby. And I'm like, what are you doing? I just want to push my cart on there, like I did in Orlando.
And it was our first time at that one. So I didn't know that that's what they did. And like I said, my 18-year-old daughter was with me. And so he was like, do you have shoes in there? We were like, well, yeah. And he said, well, shoes are $3 a piece. You have to pull all your shoes out. So I was like, oh my God. So we like pulled the shoes out, and she was like, I didn't pull a pair of shoes out. I knew they were in the bottom of the cart, but I wasn't pulling them out. So then when I got home and I was piecing everything out and trying to figure out per item how much it cost, I was like, why did the shoes come out to $2.19 instead of $2.99? And she was like, because we put one in with the weighed stuff.
That's hilarious.
Chris, who are you shushing? Or are you telling her to tell her
don't tell
about the shoes?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
She was like, we left there and we're like,
yeah.
I didn't know. I probably would have hit. I got like a brand new $100 baby carrier. It was new. And they're like, you know, you can't sell this. No, I don't know. I've been to the bins once. I don't know. I can't buy this. And it was like this super nice $100 baby carrier. I was so proud to find. And they just took it away. And I'm like, I would have wrapped it up in a blanket. You know? Oh.
Got a question?
We do got a question.
It's selling shoes. Even new shoes can't get any to move. I mean, who's the king of shoes?
Sheesh.
Renzi.
Renzi.
Yeah.
Renzi.
He's like
I
the
am
shoe king.
I can't sell shoes. I sell new. So here's the thing. My new QVC palette stuff is not stuff I could ever find in the thrift store here. There's some good brands, so you will see me selling shoes. But as far as thrifting, I think I've sold one pair of shoes that I've found. I can sell the new QVC because they're great brands, but thrifting in the middle of nowhere in the country, and if somebody else has a different experience, I am very happy for you. These people wear their shoes out. You're not gonna find a pair of shoes that are worth anything.
Yeah,
So
I'm like,
I would not find shoes.
Yeah, I would never buy used shoes because I wear my shoes out. But we find like good shoes. So I feel like I've done okay. I mean, again, I'm so new, but I feel like I've done okay with shoes. I actually just shipped out a pair today. They were a pair of the Adidas Stan Smith shoes. I had that in my video yesterday. That went out. And my daughter was like, let me see them. Why did you sell them? They're good shoes. We would have kept them. Like, sorry, they sold.
I've actually sourced a few off Shop Goodwill. I've found a few LeBrons, Kevin Durant's that I've least doubled my money on, and also I do a lot with Jordan toddler shoes. If you can find those at a really good price, you can definitely double, triple your money on those. Because when you have a toddler, they're not wearing them out. I mean, they're just looking nice when they're a kid for a couple weeks, and they want to sell them. So yeah, they'll get you. I mean, they'll flip for pretty good money.
Yeah, I love selling shoes. I sell a decent amount of shoes. I just sold a pair of shoes that I just got from my thrift store. They set up an online store, so I picked those up for $10. Some new, no box, and they just sold for $69. So, but yeah, I got a lot of shoes listed. They're easy to list.
That's what I love.
And they sell pretty good for me. Like,
so well.
I think on
shoes
average,
are very easy to photograph. That is one thing.
I think on average, I do about $25 on shoes per sale on average.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Actually, that was one of my best sales too. I picked up at the ThredUp outlet. Like, I'm lucky that there's a ThredUp outlet, and it's literally the bins that I went to that are an hour from me. The ThredUp store is literally like 2 miles down the road. So the ThredUp store they have like some Jimmy Choo and Christian Louboudier, like however you say it, Louboudier. I don't know.
High dollar stuff.
Yes, like high dollar stuff. And I found a pair of, oh my God, I can't think of the name now. Anyway, one of those brands, and they sold for like, I forget what it was now, like $100, I don't know, close to $100, and I picked them up for $15.
That's awesome.
So Joey, to answer Joey's question, I'm dying to go back to the ThredUp store. Like, I love that place. But I also want, with Kat always talking about QVC headquarters is an hour from me. So, and I think that they have a store that I really want to go check out now. I've never been there.
Yeah, so I think my friend's dad used to buy like wholesale from them. So almost like the pallets I buy, but I think you can buy direct from them, like not through an auction or site. And I think he used to go like somewhere like that. I wanted to say real quick, Eddie's asking about highlighting names. I don't know if anybody answered him. So Eddie, if you're on the computer and you hit like the @ symbol and start typing someone's name, it will highlight their name. If you're on a cell phone, the only way to do that is you have to type their name exactly like it is in the chat. You have to put an @ symbol, type it exactly the same, and then it will highlight them. But it's not easy. So the easiest way is if you're on a computer and it'll tag them when you hit the @ symbol and start typing. So Joey, I might have to go to the bins because Lisa doesn't want me to get like 3 carts full.
First thing, I'm taking the day off. The second thing is I'm camping out. I'm just going to camp out the night before. Maybe I'll take a little barbecue out there with me or something like that.
Tailgate.
Do a little tailgating. Maybe a little cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when they first open up, definitely I'm gonna get there early. I think I will probably run straight to the shoes. But the day they closed, my buddy went in there right before they closed. And at our Goodwill, all the new stuff that comes from the back, they put in baskets. So usually there's like 3 or 4 baskets floating around that are new that just came out. So you want to go through those first.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He said there's probably like 10 baskets. The shoe area was just completely full. So the stores are going to be stocked up, and you got to get there early. So
normally I would say hats, but they're not a good return on investment. I mean, you're gonna make a good little profit, but I'm hitting the hard goods and I'm going to golf club. Yeah. That's where I'm going. Hard goods and golf clubs.
Yeah. Golf. Once it opens back up, golf is gonna be hot.
What child's in the chat?
My child.
Oh, where's your child?
It's Darcy.
Listen, my husband always puts bring milk for the baby, and I never see it. And he's like, I put it in your chat, and I'm like, what? The chat's so fast. So please, if I don't see you, I am not ignoring you. I don't even see my own husband. So,
oh no, my other child's in the chat too.
This is great. We got 69 in the chat. That's cool.
Hey, Tommy said. Tommy brings up a point. He said he's going to avoid the thrift stores because he thinks every reseller will flood and it'll tank the market. I do think resellers are going to flood all the stores again, as well as people who don't resell. So they are going to be busy.
I can hear you guys laughing upstairs.
Everyone's just itching to get out.
It's okay. Tell your friends to come. I need watch hours. Invite everyone.
Yeah, there you go, girls. Oh yeah, and they're saying hi to Joey. They love Joey.
Everybody loves Joey.
Everybody loves Joey.
Joey, I'm drinking a Mountain Dew. I'm like a Mountain Dew freak.
But she was two-fisting. What else were you drinking? Do you still have it right there?
I was drinking chocolate milk earlier.
Hey,
I drank my milk before my soda.
I wanted to talk about something real quick. We were talking about shoes a minute ago, and I had one. Some of you may have watched my video. I don't know. I mean, but I had gotten an auction. I bought some Adidas Alpha Boost, or brand new, and this is just kind of the things you get with auctions. Sometimes it's as is. I got them. I had 2 right shoes in it. Now, a lot of times I would be like, what am I going to do now with 2 right shoes? But we have a lot of veterans in this country, a lot of amputees and stuff like that. So it is okay to.
Callie Picker's in the chat. Callie just had amputation. Callie Picker's in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, some people just need 1 shoe, and then they don't want to pay for a whole pair. So, if something like that happens to you, just think, kind of think outside the box and stuff like that.
See, look, Callie Picker says that's him.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody else said, ew, chocolate milk and Mountain Dew. That's so gross.
But I had a tiny bit of milk left, and it was before.
The nasty chase.
Nana Tink, yes. Nana Tink was binge watching my first video, which was so horrible. I didn't know to put the phone in landscape, and it was just awful. And Nana has been watching since my beginning and commenting on everything. So that is greatly, greatly appreciated, Nana. Hopefully you see some progress there. I haven't went back and watched it. I probably should do that.
Yeah, it might be a little cringy.
Yeah.
Are we getting shut off at 10 o'clock?
No, we go to 11.
Oh.
No, we don't go to 11. We get...
We changed that?
Well, see, if these people would let me know when they're calling me off, and I knew that I didn't have to get up in the morning. But as of right now, I have to get up at 5 a.m. So I don't typically cut it off right at 10, Dale, though. We normally will stay like 15-ish minutes past. If you need to go, though, we understand for sure.
No, I thought that it was like it was like when you hit that 60-minute mark.
I am the.
You have.
We could stay on for 24 hours, which we're not doing.
She's producing this show.
I did think Chris was dying. Old school picker, I was worried. You were too tired in your video, and it made me worry. I was being like your mama. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, get some sleep.
Oh, do you see? You have to highlight Darcy Jones's 10 o'clock comment.
I see. Her mom is the best. What do you mean a premiere reaction, Tommy? What does he mean?
Do a premiere reaction. Oh, like maybe to your like your first video, like play back the video.
Watching it.
Yeah.
A marathon. Yeah, we'll do a 24-hour marathon. Dave wants to know, anyone have experience with a private pick?
Calvin's dancing.
I've went to a few. No, Calvin.
You got the finger.
Calvin. Chris knows too.
Calvin?
See, they know too much information. I went to a private pick yesterday, and
that was insane.
Mate, was it yesterday? Was it? It was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was so overwhelmed, Dave. I will send you videos. I was so overwhelmed. It was over an acre of estate buyout stuff that was all outside on the tables. I was the only one there, and I can't even explain to you how overwhelmed. And I'm not like a mega clean person, like you guys see my mess. But this was just horrible. Like there was like probably thousands of dollars of china under leaves. Like this lady just had them out on tables. My friend told me about this place, and I just I kind of froze up. I got 5 things. I got 3 coffee cups, a typewriter, and a Carhartt vest. And I didn't get anything else because I was just so overwhelmed. I almost would need to be like in that exact mindset of like, I would need to pack a lunch. And I mean, it's only me there. Nobody else is there. But like her tables are crashed over. So you're like climbing over like broken stuff. But there's probably thousands and thousands of dollars in there.
That's nuts.
And it's glass. So the glass is okay out in the weather. Like that just would need to be washed. But I mean, there's a lot of ruined stuff too. So anyways, the point of that is I didn't find any treasure. I busted. I just gave up.
How far did you drive to it?
So it was an hour. So here, look. So my friend called me yesterday and said, hey, do you want these Inquirers from the 70s?
No.
So I got all of these Inquirers from 1977. These are from before I was born. And my friend went to a private pick, and she said this lady had all of this stuff, and she like filled her van for $75, and the lady said whatever she wanted, and she saw these and thought of me. Look, Elvis's secret.
What are the dates on those?
So like this one is March 7th, 1978. Elvis Psychic Tells All. There's tons of them. So they also, though, and I have a watcher. Where'd it go? I have a watcher on this already. So this comic book, I don't know where I put it. But look, there's like, look at these old comic books.
Wow. There could be money there, right?
One of them I think's worth like $100, and the rest though are like $5 to $10. I mean, there's some cool ones though. But all of this was, and I was like, okay, how much do you want? And she's like, no, it's free. I'm like, okay. Look, I love Dennis the Menace. That's who it reminds me of. It's not Dennis the Menace, but that's who it reminds me of.
It does remind me of that.
Gee.
So, But yeah, there's one or two that I think are worth money, and the rest is not worth money. Did anybody else go to private picks and find treasure? Back to Dave's question.
I've been on a couple of small ones. Always been able to get some stuff like decent items, nothing like out of the world. I'm waiting to get like one of those, private picks you see like the Cincinnati picker going to.
I need Lonnie's guy.
Yeah, Lonnie's
I would
guy.
love all that Batman stuff. I would definitely like that.
Joey said he wants to dance battle me. I'm killing him.
You guys should do that.
Easy.
We should do
a Joey
dance off.
Joey, you pick the song. I'll let you pick the song.
Well, Joey, I will let you in here right now.
I don't know about that.
Joey, we will send you the link, and you and Calvin can dance off right now.
Yeah. He's not ready.
Do it.
Oh, we're out of time. We'll see you next week. Next year.
Did I miss any questions? Did I miss any besides where's Darcy? Did I miss any questions?
I've seen a few.
If you have one, repeat it.
Let me see.
Yeah, please repeat your questions. I don't want to miss them. Darcy wants to know if Joey thinks she's awesome.
That's my kids.
It's okay.
They're awesome. My kids are fantastic.
So, Dave, I am going to send you a video as soon as this is over. This is like hoarder house spilled onto an acre. Chris and Calvin both saw when I was there. I was like, I just can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw Mike Wolf and Frank Fritz there. I'm pretty sure. Were they in the background? I'm pretty sure it was like an American Picker episode where they see him just like crawling over stuff and like things are cracking.
Have they been near you guys at all? I think they've been in our area a couple times.
Yeah, they've come through here before.
I think I saw them in Ocala on one of the shows. I was watching them the other day. Tommy, do you mean like re-upload it, or can I re-premiere my video? Are you still here, Tommy?
I think so. He wants you to record yourself watching your first video and reacting to it.
Oh,
so
Yeah. And then premiere it? I don't know how.
Yeah, and then premiere that, like premiere your reaction to your first video. So you could have your video like as a picture,
like screen share on StreamYard, and where you can see me in the corner, like Bolo Buddies does. Me in the corner, and then my video.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Hey, Kat, I seen somebody asking about this hat. They want to know how much it comps out for. So I didn't see any exact comps on this black one. There are a couple of green ones that are going from like $30 to $50. So I didn't see this exact one. It's not listed or anything.
And the back legs going a certain way means it's vintage, right?
Yeah.
I saw that on somebody's channel.
Yep. Yeah, it's vintage.
Probably Commonwealth.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think I'm going to answer this one, or we can all answer this one from Mimi. And I hear my child screaming in the bedroom. So I don't know if they're playing or what, but they might be playing. If you don't have a GoPro, is it weird to record yard sales and thrift stores with a phone? I've done it at both yard sales and at thrift stores, and I don't find it weird. I do want to get a GoPro though. Once we go back to probably being able to source, I'll probably get a GoPro. But I didn't find it was weird. I mean, it's kind of weird doing stuff one-handed, but before I got my tripod, I was doing all my videos one-handed anyway. So you get used to that.
Yeah, it is a little weird. I'm like I'll do like,
yeah,
and then put it away. Like I don't just run it the whole time. I just go with my phone.
Does anybody know if GoPro's about to drop a new one? Because I'm waiting for that to happen. So the 8 goes down in price.
Smart.
I don't know if it is or not, but I've heard so many good things about the 8 versus the 7 that
You got the you got a GoPro, Chris?
No, I have a GoPro fund.
Yeah. So for me, I bought a GoPro, and I'm frugal, so I like to be cheap. So I got a GoPro 5. This is during Christmas. That was one of my Christmas presents. I said, babe, I'm gonna get this. I just want to go as cheap as I can. So I got a GoPro 5. Compared to the newer ones have better lighting and better sound. The mic on the GoPro 5 sucks. But that being said, since I've gotten it, I don't even use it. I use my phone for everything. You know, so going to garage sales, I know it will come in handy. Yeah. But as of now, like all the video I shoot it's on my phone, which kind of gets me thinking if I should just get rid of that 5.
No, flip it.
Yeah, flip it.
Thinking about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it and just using that to go towards like the newer one.
Yeah.
Because in reality, I could have spent 100 more, maybe 150 more, and got a new one.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they run.
I'm gonna go ahead and answer this, and then I'll let everybody say whatever closing thoughts they want to say. Not that it's awesome, Richard. That's me. I'm not answering myself. Calvin's friend Jeff wants to know. So Jeff, we did discuss the shipping question, and now I forgot what it was. Calvin,
so how do you do so if one person buys multiple things on your store, how do you like combine the shipping and make sure that the tracking is all in order and stuff like that?
Okay, so there are 2 ways. One is before the person pays, and I generally, if people tell me they are buying multiple items, I tell them to wait until I send them an invoice, and then you can send an invoice and combine shipping for that buyer. And then when you go to ship, it's already combined and your tracking number will automatically be attached to all of those listings. The second way is when you go to print your labels on eBay, at the top highlighted in blue, it'll say combine orders per buyer. So if you click that, it'll put everything one person sold into its own little package, and then same thing. The tracking number will attach to all of them. At that point, though, if you're having to attach it, that means they did not get a shipping discount. So that's up to you whether you issue them that or not. I typically tell people they'll only get a discount if they wait for an invoice so I can take it off, because otherwise I'm flat refunding. And I was talking to Calvin on the phone earlier and was telling him if you have to be careful if you give somebody a partial refund on shipping. Hi, kids.
That's Delaney.
Hi, Delaney. Joey Delaney's here for you. So if you give them a refund before you ship, it does not populate into your items to be shipped. Even if you only give them a $2 refund, it will pull it out of your to be shipped list on eBay. So do not issue a refund until you have completed that shipment.
You gotta say hi to Joey.
Hopefully that helps you out, Jeff. My guy, Jeff. San Diego.
Dabs is saying Jennifer's saying she can't find your channel, Dabs. So
oh, there, she found it.
Did she find it?
Dance.
I don't know any dances.
Do a TikTok dance.
I can.
So closing, I don't really have any closing thoughts. I just want to say I appreciate everybody watching. There are still 64 people here. I know we were up over 70 for a while. Thank you guys so much for coming, watching us, hanging out with us, and chatting. And if you have questions that you want us to answer during the next show, you can definitely put them in the comments of this video or Instagram me, or Chris or Calvin are here every week.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you guys have not subscribed to her, I do have everybody's link in the description of this video. I've been behaving, so there's a link for Chris, Calvin, and for Dale to subscribe to their channels. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate everyone watching, and I'll let everybody else say bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here, and thank you, Dale, for being here as well. That was great.
Thanks for coming. Keep listing. List.
You can't sell if you don't list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. This is always an awkward point when